We can't get me and Mike Tyson in the same place at the same time. This is terrible.
Yeah. What's up, man? Welcome to National Simball League's weekly podcast. This is episode 3. We got the usual 3 here. We got the Buccaneers owner, Dom. We got the Jason Paul Pierre fingerless juggernaut. And we got the Browns of Waka. Today we're going to start out with something a little bit more personal. We're going to talk about our individual teams first and then go to the AFC, discuss the AFC a little bit. First thing I want to ask is, what do you think are some of the strengths and weaknesses of your Madden team? What are you going to have to build up maybe, and what's going to be good for you? We'll go ahead and let you start, Waka. I know you like going first.
Definitely quarterback, because Johnny Manziel's a fucking clown, and
You going to trade him away?
yeah, he's on the block. Shoot me offers for him. I'll probably draft a quarterback or trade for a veteran that actually has his head on straight.
You got any strengths you're not even going to have to worry about?
I'd say the defensive secondary. You have Deshaun Gibson, Joe Hayden. They're pretty good.
They got
And my O line, Joe
Yeah.
Staley and Alex Mack.
Oh yeah, that's true. How about you, Jug? What you got?
Oh man,
Strengths and weaknesses
for
of
my
the
for my
Giants.
team, it's our strengths. I guess it have to be our receivers. They're gonna
Okay.
definitely overrate Odell Beckham, so he will be baby Jesus. Um, what I'm looking for as our weaknesses, other than like the Knicks, they had the whole like what you needed on your team. Well, everything. Our team is not very strong on Madden. It takes me a long time to build them. Eli's gonna be decent, but if I can't protect him, he can't run. So I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to put it together this year. It's gonna be a lot of hard work.
So like one of the weaknesses you say is what, having 10 fingers, or
Well, Jason Pierre-Paul. I mean, how's he supposed to do anything? Oh, I'm back. Jason Pierre-Paul. I mean, how's he supposed to use his hands on anybody? Madden may drop that man's rating even further than they did last year. So that's gonna be rough.
I remember watching a thing with Jason Paul Pierre. He said he'd rather have a sack than have sex. So he's dedicated to the
Yeah, I
game.
don't,
Putting
I
out his
don't, I
finger to
don't go
get
by
in.
that logic.
Well, you need a sack to have sex, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Dom? What do you feel like some of the strengths and weaknesses, and what do you need to build? What are you going to build up on your team?
Um, well, my strengths definitely gonna be my wide receivers. V Jackson, Mike Evans on the outside. They'll probably underrate Kenny Bill, so I'll deal with that. But Austin Safarian Jenkins, whether they underrate or overrate him, it don't matter. He's a big guy. I could work him up. Um, Weaknesses is going to be probably the rest of the team as a whole. Yeah.
Well, you
Uh,
got that Nicky quarterback.
yeah. Yeah. Like I told you before this thing even started, I took the trade. I'm not a big Jameis fan. I hope it proves me wrong. Especially being a Canes fan, it's hard to root for a Seminole, but it is what it is. He's a Buccaneer now. Our linebacking core looks like it's shaping up. We got Bruce Carter back there, man in the middle. We got Levante David, most underrated defensive player in the league. We're looking good there, but that's really about it. Everything else is going to have to either come from some patchwork and free agency, or I'm gonna have to try to work some trades. Maybe me and Waka will get together. I don't know. Maybe he can talk me out of something.
Well, hopefully with that new wide receiver catching, man. I mean, I have a feeling these tall receivers are going to be ridiculous, like Mike Evans and Vincent Jackson. So I have a feeling I'm going to be, yeah, I'll probably be in trouble because I don't have any go-to guys like that. I'd say I'm optimistic. I'm a huge Vikings fan, so I don't really. I would, if I have to go with weaknesses, I'd probably say the offensive line needs to be addressed. Get younger. They're all getting old. The good ones, even the good ones, are getting old. And then we got Matt Khalil over there doing whatever the hell he does. He he is what he is. Maybe another defensive end. I mean, I like Teddy. I'm gonna build him. I like, I got AP. I can use him until McKinnon goes down, depending on how good AP is. Maybe I'll trade him for some talent. I don't know. the jug. You know, who knows? Who knows?
Always.
A secondary is going to be extremely buildable. Trey Waynes is going to be a Patrick Peterson prototype. I mean, he's going to have to be built up. He's not going to be that good off the rip, but he's going to be fast and tall. I mean, really the only thing I feel like I'm going to have to bring in and is maybe find a way to swing a Mike Evans trade over to the Vikings or. You know, I'm gonna need a big wide receiver. I don't think Cordero is gonna be as easy to build up this year, and I don't think a Torrey Smith's gonna be falling in my lap in free agency. So
What about Mike Wallace?
he's good. I mean, I don't from what I'm seeing, it's gonna be all about that spectacular catch. And Mike Wallace is, I don't know. It really depends. If we can go deep like we could last year, and they made the cover 3 beatable by going deep if they press. I mean, he's going to be a threat. But, you know, again, if they have 400 Patrick Petersons in the draft, Mike Wallace is going to be useless, you know. All that speed doesn't matter when all your cornerbacks are faster than, you know.
The takeaway from this is that if you have a quarterback, trade him to me.
Yeah, well, I'm keeping Teddy. I really like Teddy. Hope to win. He got, 2 MVPs last year? I hope to get at least another 2 with him this year, you know. All about the Teddy stats. All right.
I'm gonna need you to swing Johnson.
All right. So who's the favorite person to use on your team? I'm gonna go with Teddy. Obviously, we finally got a quarterback. It's fun to use him. How about you, Walker? Who's the favorite person? Who you looking forward to most using on the Browns?
That's between Josh Gordon and Joe Hayden. Joe Hayden's gonna lock motherfuckers down, but Josh Gordon's gonna be pretty damn hard to cover.
How about you, Jug? Who's your favorite person to use on the Odell?
Offensively, definitely easy. Odell Beckham. Defensively, Jason Pierre-Paul. You know, even with 9 fingers.
I like Jason Pierre-Paul. He's to me, he's always been one of the top rushers, pass rushers in the league. I mean, how about you, Dom? Who are you looking forward to using the most in Madden on your team? What player?
Defensively, Bruce Carter. I love Bruce Carter. Even in other leagues, I always find some way to pick him up through free agency or something. He's one of the funner players I like to play with. Offensively, that's gonna be a tough one because my running backs, you know, they're not really gonna be able to do too much for the first season behind that O-line. But I guess if I had to pick somebody, I'd probably go deep in the bag and pick out Keelan Clay. He's one of our rookies this year. He's a real good speed guy. Good agility. He should be real fun to use on like some bubble screens or something.
You do with Mike Evans though.
I know, right?
I know. I like Mike Evans. You know.
Man, if I had Mike Evans, I would target him every play, regardless. I don't know that man. I'm a big Mike Evans fan. I used to, when I was looking at quarterbacks to see who we were going to get, Manziel or Teddy. I watched a lot of Manziel highlights, and Evans bailed him out so much. He made Manziel look really good on a lot of plays. Same thing I felt about Devontae Parker. I really wish we would have got Devontae, but neither here nor there. We got Trey. I'm down with Trey now. All right, well, let's go ahead and start with the AFC now. We're going to go through some of these teams. We'll start with the AFC East. We got, I'll list off the players and so y'all know who. We got the Dolphins is going to be Achioto. I guess that's how it's pronounced. I never knew how to pronounce his name. We got New England, who's going to be BM. Buffalo's going to be Dave. And the Jets are going to be a new owner you guys don't know. He's actually he's working for the scouting department. He's interning on the scouting department of the real Jets. And I played him. He's really good. So pretty much I want to know who do y'all think is going to come out of that division. I think personally, if I had to go with somebody, I'm going to go with the new Jets owner just because I played him. I played everyone on the list, and I think the Jets owner, he's good. He's really good. He's not, he's got some flaws, but he's good. How about you, Waka? Who do you think is going to come out of that?
I'm taking the Dolphins. I haven't played this Jets guy. I've played the Bills guy, and I've played BM, and the Bills guy knows what he's doing, but he still has a lot to learn, and BM is pretty one-dimensional with his 5-wide passing, force the ball to Gronk. No disrespect there, but that's just the truth of it.
Yeah. How about you, Doug? Who do you think is going to come out of that division?
Well, if you say the Jets is tough, then I'm going to take your word for it. But if I'm going on people that I've played, Uh, man, it'd be between. You know what? I'd actually pick Dave. You know, as a shocker because I think his team's better than the Dolphins. I know the Dolphins has usually been a better user, but just Dave's team is. The Bills are tough. They're
I would
tough.
I would probably pick Dave second in all honesty, and that's no offense to the Dolphins. I mean
Yeah,
Dave he's also a fan of the team too, so he's
yeah, he's a fan. He's gonna make his team as good. He's gonna use his team right. You know, like some guys, like I've seen in other leagues, guys have had the Giants and had Eli running out the pocket. You don't use that team that way. You know, Dave's
yeah
gonna know how to use his team because that's his squad. You know, and that defense comes ready to go.
yeah.
So, you know, he
Yeah,
just
he
got
can
to put a
pretty much
couple
run any
things on
defense
offense.
with
He's
that.
good.
They
But they
got him.
love
Yeah.
Chico.
Yeah. How about you? How about you, Dom? Who do you think's? I know you probably haven't played all those. You only been with us for a season or so, or a couple seasons. Who do you think might come out of that, based off who you played?
I think the only one that I have. Who's the Dolphins again?
Chiodo, I think it's
It
pronounced.
used to
I
be
don't
the
know.
Ravens, I think. And
Yeah, I think the only one I played is BM.
No, well,
Uh,
do you think BM's going to come out of the division?
no.
No. Okay. We'll just go
I
on.
mean the defense in that division. Even if you don't know a whole lot about Madden this year, those defenses are stacked, man. The Dolphins, the Bills, Jets, stupid good, all of them.
They are.
I would have to go. I mean, I'm just looking roster wise. I'd probably go with the Bills.
Mhm.
Uh, I think it'd be a lot easier to play with. It'd be a lot easier to win with the Bills than any other team. Because like I said, I don't have very much experience playing any of the other guys, so I just go with them just by the roster.
All right. Go to the AFC West now, which has the Raiders as Sinatra Chief, San Diego as Bubba, the Chiefs as G Code, and the Broncos as closing. That's a tough one, but I think year one Bubba might be able to pull it out. Okay, I played him. He's really improved since he's first started. So how about you, Walker? Who do you think is going to come out of that?
I'll have to go with closing because I know he's a pretty good player. Believe it or not, I know a lot of people hate on him, but and I can tell you better than anyone, the Broncos are stacked, especially in Madden. And G Code he's decent, but it seems like when you get a lead on him, he gets pretty flustered and doesn't his intensity just falls.
G Code has consistently had some of the best defense I've ever played against in Madden. His offense just could not catch up. If he can get some offense, man, he probably win some Super Bowls because his defense is lights out. Like
You're
I
fine.
don't think
You're off this
I don't
podcast
think
for saying that.
do what?
We're gonna impeach you off this podcast for saying G Code could win Super Bowls.
If his offense caught up to it, man, his defense is legit, man. His offense
We're
is
impeaching
god
you.
awful though. Which is unusual. He has Jamal Charles. It shouldn't be that hard. How about you, Jug? Who you going for out of that division?
Um, man, I've been playing G Code since a league that started even before a few leagues that we used to be in,
Mm-hmm.
and he's always been tough. I personally think that if he were consistently only playing in one league and focused on one league, he'd be better. You know, G Code's in like 9 leagues, you know, but that also disqualifies him. So, in my opinion, he's gonna pull that off. Um, he'll definitely get him some good trades in, and I know a lot of people criticize closing, but he'll get some good trades in, and he's definitely gonna just end up beating people up. That team's gonna come at like a 92 overall, and those other teams are, I mean, come on now, the Chiefs can't throw, you know what I'm saying, and that's gonna be one of his main competitions to
Well,
me. So
The Chiefs are getting Jeremy Maclin at least.
yeah, but Alex Smith.
who's throwing the ball?
Yeah, Alex Smith's not. He's like your barely above average quarterback. It could be worse.
It could be. I just need G Code to trade me DeAnthony Thomas, and we can be fine.
He might. How about you, Dom? People you played, but Bubba, by the way, I don't know if you know, Bubba is the one. I don't remember what his actual thing is, but he's the guy with the Pistons pitcher. He was the Lions last year. I don't.
Kush.
He looks like a super
Yeah,
Ninja Turtle.
yeah. His name is better
Out
than.
of those four, I think he's the only one I didn't.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
How
I
about
don't. I think he's the only one I haven't played out of those guys.
how about Sinatra?
Um,
You played in close.
I played Sinatra Chief. I played Closing. I played who's the other one?
G code.
I played yeah, I played G Code too. I'd have to go with Closing because out of all those guys, Closing beat the dog shit out of me. So yeah, I'll go with him.
Closing has some.
All the other ones I at least stood a chance. Closing came with like
I don't know. I guess maybe I've played closing, and for some reason I just have this super ridiculously lucky streak against him. Like I've had close. I don't know. Closing's good though. He is
I've
really
heard this
good.
colors.
He can bring. He should have beat me one time last year. It's just he didn't close out, which is unusual. His name. He should have closed. He was up by like 2 scores. He didn't close out. So he's
Oh.
good. He has a good chance of winning that division. I think Bubba's up and coming. I like. I wouldn't be surprised to see Closing win that division though. It could be either way. All right, we're gonna go to the AFC South. We got the Titans as Josh. He was the Chargers last year. The Jags is HD Sensation.
There's my pick.
Yeah,
Don't say anything else.
the Colts are going to be Flash, and the Texans are going to be Irish. So I'd have to go. I'm definitely going with the Jags and HD. I mean, that's just no matter how good everybody else is, HD is just heads. He's good. I mean, so Walker, you go HD too.
I'm going HG. He's the only person that like in the division in the past that I was trading wins with. I mean, no offense, I kind of abused Josh and G Code every game, but HD was always tough. And to prove that, I won a Super Bowl, he won a Super Bowl.
I'm 1-9 against HD.
The proof's in the pudding.
Yeah, I'm like 1-9 against HD lifetime average, man. HD is ridiculous, and I get close. It's just I got Closing's number, he's got my number. Last time I played him, I was at the 5 and freaking Shane fumbled going in for the game-winning score. So I'm like, man, I'm just not meant to win. How about you, Jug? You going with HD also?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with HD. He's tough, man. I've had some good games with HD. Honestly, I don't think it's weird because he blows people the hell out, and I see some of his scores and I go, wow, like I'm glad it wasn't me, because when we play, it's usually a good game. So HD and I, we've had some good ones. If I were to pick anybody, it definitely has to be him because he builds the Jags really well.
Yeah, he builds teams. That's the thing about him. He's like me. He builds teams really well.
Mm-hmm.
On top, like me and him, I wouldn't claim to have the best stick skills in the league, but I have, I'd say, one of the best overall building and stick skills combined. And he's just like that, probably with a little bit better stick skills than me. So he's good, especially at building his team. How about you, Dom? Have you played Josh, HD, Flash, or Irish?
I played Irish. Irish beat me, but I'd probably have to go with HD too. I can't remember who it was that twitched their game against him, but I watched the game that he was playing against. Somebody twitched it. I can't remember who it was, but
Probably BM.
he's real nice. I mean, just watching his game, he's got it down. He definitely looked like a real tough
Very few
cookie. So.
pieces in this
Let
game.
me add this though.
Throw some respect to Josh.
He
Yeah.
just the problem is he gets discouraged. He's one of those guys that gets really discouraged really quick and gets off his game.
I've never
Josh is
played
tough.
Josh. Yeah. Well, I played him once, but I've never played him. Like, I haven't played him consistently enough to be able to judge him. I think I played him
I'm 1-1 against Josh, and he got me actually in a year where I was just crushing people. So, Josh is pretty tough.
Well, he's gonna have Marcus Mariota, so that right there, if you build Marcus up, he's gonna be everything Manziel was supposed to be. So he's gonna be. All right, now to the division that Waka is gonna be familiar with. We got the Browns as Waka. You're the only AFC guy we got on the AFC podcast. The Ravens are gonna be Nick's son, Nick Jr. The Steelers with Griff, and the Bengals with Pink 33. Which is actually a new owner. I played him. He's okay. He's going to be somebody who's probably going to learn as a little bit as we go. He's not bad, but he's not the best ever. Out of that division, I'm going to go with Griff. I'm gonna go with Griff with the upset because I'm picking upsets, man. I already picked against closing. I'm picking against you, Waka. So taking the upset. I think Griff's gonna be able to hold it out.
Rings on these.
Sorry, boys. It's about to get loud.
Oh well. How about you, Waka? Who do you think is gonna win your division with you in it?
Gentlemen, you had my curiosity, but now you have my attention. I have to pick myself. You know, I'm on Feisty Bastard, and I'm gonna win games.
Well, I mean, I believe it. How about you, Jug? Who do you think is going to take the AFC North?
So what team did Griff get?
Griff is the Steelers, as always.
That's his always team. I tell you like this. I feel like the Steelers are a better team out the gate, and that's going to give Griff the division at least half the time, because it's going to take the Browns a couple of seasons to build that team right. And I say it's going to go back and forth between the two. No one else stands a chance. I like Nick Jr., I like Nick, but they're Cowboys fans, so I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? I feel as if, Waka and Griff are going to trade off. Griff was good last year, so
Yeah.
you know,
He had 3 Super Bowls. He didn't win any, but he went to 3.
he should have won the one.
Yeah.
I remember that one that he should have won, and they had to play it over or something.
Well, something like that. I don't know. It was against Skits.
Yeah, and he was up like 21-0. Then he played it back and lost. Same thing I'd have done because I lose all rematches.
Yeah. I mean, that's two saying against Waka. Waka's you gonna be the underdog in the division that you?
No. They're gonna split. He's not an
I'm
underdog.
not used to being. I guess I was an underdog for a while, but it got to the point where you motherfuckers would root for me to lose.
No, not me. I want you guys to have a good.
Oh,
division.
I was.
I see 4 wins. I see 4 wins for Waka out the gate, and the other 2 teams in the division. But he's gonna split with Griff.
Fair enough. How about you, Dom? You played these guys? Dom, still there?
Do we have to shoot you in the back to wake you up?
Like his picture is just like frozen right there. Yeah. There it is. What? Dom, you there?
He's frozen.
All right, Dom. We're gonna skip you for right now.
No. One thing is, me and Griff are both going to improve playing each other over and over and over again.
Oh, that's gonna be.
There's gonna be so much swearing on the chat.
That leads to my next question.
Well, me and Griff actually get along, so.
Yeah. That leads to my next question. Who do y'all think the best division is? I'm going with the AFC South over the East. Those are the 2 I would say because the East has Ichioto and Dave and the new Jets guy, but the North is just stacked. Every one of those guys could be a contender. You know, Flocka, Nick Jr.'s up and coming, really good. Griff, and this Pink guy, he isn't bad. Like I said, when he gets his stuff, I'm going with the AFC North. How about you, Waka? Who's the best division in the AFC?
Well, I'm taking my division. It is me and Griff, and then, Nick Jr. should be decent, and that's 4.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
When it comes, it has me and Griff, and I have to take that.
How about you, Jug? Best division? Going with the North also?
Whatever division HD's in.
Automatically off the rip, it doesn't matter. HD makes that the best division.
Rip.
AFC South it is. How about you, Dom? Are you here yet? You back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Who do you think the best division is going to be out of there? The Browns and all of them?
I mean, I think with Waka and Griff, I think it might be them. Although I do gotta say, the East, man, if anybody knows how to play with them guys, the East is gonna be tough. Like I said, they're deep.
That's a stacked team too. I'm just going with the North just because if the Jets is going to be as good as I think he is, they might be the better division, but I don't know. And it's a tough one. I'm going with the North though. I'm going with the Browns and all them just because that's too much talent in one division. That's pretty much single-handedly. You might as well just throw HD in there and just call it the Super Bowl division, to be honest. So, I mean. All right, let's go.
I'm not getting enough credit here. This is going to have to change. You're going to learn today. I'm gonna learn you.
Well, don't worry, we'll hate you soon enough for winning too much. All right, who do you think's gonna be the MVP coming out of the AFC? Which player do you think? I know it's gonna be kind of a tough one. All the new players. For me, I'm gonna go with. It's a tough one. I'll probably go with Dontarius Thomas. Closing likes to target his receivers. I think he might be the best. He might be the best player in the AFC this year. How about you, Walker? Who do you guys going as the MVP of the AFC?
Well, his name's Demarius Thomas, but
whatever.
I can't really take any of my players here. I don't have a star quarterback. I'll go with I'm gonna go with Le'Veon Bell. He went to MSU. He's a beast. He can catch the ball for over 100 yards. He can run it. Bell can do anything.
You think Griff's gonna be able to use Bell right though?
Oh yeah, no. I've played Griff a lot when I was Broncos. He was Steelers, and we met in the playoffs a few times, and he knows how to use them.
How about you, Joe? Who do you think is going to be the MVP of the AFC this year? What player, Madden player?
What Madden player? I'm gonna go with more than likely. I mean, this is weird that he didn't even pick him. I'm gonna go with Josh Gordon.
Very could be.
I think he'll be MVP. And unless we're going defense, because I feel like someone's gonna have a great defensive year, but I just don't know who. So I had to go with Josh Gordon.
All right, Dom. Who do you think is going to be the MVP player this Madden?
That's tough.
The AFC. Yeah, tough question.
I mean, it's hard. It's hard not to pick a quarterback. I probably have to go with Peyton. I mean, still got weapons. He's got to. He's got a user that knows how to use them.
Closing legs.
Yeah, I don't see how Peyton isn't it.
All right, Jug. Finish up with your question. You want to go ahead and ask it, and we'll.
Oh
man, what it is?
I totally forgot my question now.
It's something like who do you think the best, highest rated player in the AFC is going to be this year? Or something like that, right?
Yeah. Who do you guys think? Yeah, what I'm saying, highest rated. We'll go offense and defense. On each side of the ball, who's going to be the highest rated player?
I'm going with J.J. Watt.
Yep, right there.
Down.
Now that's defense. How about offense?
See, I got the benefit of looking at a list here of the teams. Yeah, probably Thomas. Or maybe probably Thomas. Yeah. I would go Thomas and Watt. Do what?
You said the highest rating, right?
Yeah,
highest rating. So we're going with Walker next. I want to know who his picks were.
Oh, J.J. Watt and Demarius Thomas. It's hands down, especially on J.J. Watt. But I'd say Demarius Thomas. He had a really good year, and he'll probably be 95 upwards of that, maybe even higher.
All right. How about you, Dom?
Are you forgetting about Andrew Luck?
That was my pick, but I'm gonna let them sleep on him.
J.J. Watt and Andrew Luck, man. How could you guys not put Andrew Luck?
He's going to be 99. I guarantee it.
Andrew Luck?
Yeah, he won't be 99. He'll be like
offensively, Andrew Luck might be a high 90.
He's going to be 100. Next year gives him he's going to be 100.
No, not yet.
All right, Judge. So you're going with Luck and Watt?
Man, obviously J.J. Watt has to be your defensive pick. There's no other choice. And for offense, man, I have to go with Luck. He's a savage, and I mean Madden loves him. That's why I'm going with it mostly because Madden-wise, they love him. They love guys like him. You know what I'm saying? That are mobile and can put the ball in in the basket. So, it's just how it works for me. I think that he's definitely going to be the highest rated player offensively in the AFC.
Definitely unstoppable. All right, guys. Well, that wraps up this week. Glad y'all could join me. We'll do the NFC next week. That should be more interesting since we're all NFC. For Waka. Waka can pick against me and upset me. All right, guys.